With the Gates of Encourage opening in less than a month, here's some crucial things you could do right now to prepare for those new raids. It's always a safe bet to buy some consumes and flasks, since a lot of the consumes and materials right now are very cheap with most of the raids being on farm. However, as soon as the new phase drops, you can almost guarantee some of those prices are going to go up. The main thing I want to point your attention to is to pick up some greater nature protection potions, as they're almost always going to be useful inside of AQ40 with the Viscidus encounter and the Princess Hoo-Hoo Run encounter. And more of a long con, and something that I'm kind of putting my bets on, is going to be the Shadow Protection and the Frost Protection potions. My thought process here is, even if I invest into these now, they'll still be useful in Naxxramas with Saffron and KT, and then the Shadow Pot will almost always be useful on the Lotheb encounter. But in terms of AQ40, I think that the Mind Flay on Cthulhu could be a little bit more emphasized in the new difficulties. And then for the Twin Imps encounter, we have a Blizzard that goes out, as well as a Shadow Bolt that goes out on the Warlock tank. So maybe this time around it does some splash damage, or it's a AoE Shadow Bolt, and then the Blizzard is a little bit more emphasized. And even if we don't use them now in AQ40, we're definitely going to see some use of them inside of Naxxramas. So buying them now while they're cheap is a pretty good investment. Oh yeah, and one more thing. You can pop greater arcane protection potions on the Scarum encounter. Depending on the tuning, this might be really useful. Just thought I'd mention it. I wasn't sure where to put it in the video. One thing you can do right now that doesn't require you to spend any gold is just go and farm some nature resistance gear, as this will be very helpful throughout all of AQ40. One of the easiest ways to get a guaranteed nature res piece is completing the Dearest Natalia questline. All you need to do is finish the first quest, Dearest Natalia. Don't worry about doing Into the Mod Madness. You're just worried about unlocking Breaking the Code and Glyph Chasing. Complete both of those to unlock Unraveling the Mystery. And finally, once you complete Unraveling the Mystery, you're on the final quest, which is the Calling. Once you complete the Calling, you will be rewarded with a 25 nature res leg piece. This is going to be something for every single class and every single spec, and it's going to be very useful for that Viscidus encounter within AQ40. Keep in mind that the Calling is a raid quest, so make sure you bring at least 10 players along to do this. You could probably do it with less with the Season of Discovery runes. Just make sure that you have a dedicated tank and a dedicated healer. A great way to farm some additional nature res gear is going into Maraudon. I recommend just clearing the orange side all the way up to Celebrus the Cursed. Purple side really doesn't have any nature res gear to go after, so just clear orange side only, and as you're going towards Celebrus, make sure to check for Meshlock the Harvester, as they're a rare elite that drops a male helmet with attack power on it. If Maraudon's not really your thing, you can of course just be doing Prince Thundrin on reset. I highly recommend trying to SR any of these 4 items, as they're all really good nature res pieces. Wrath of Ray, Soul of Thunder, Drape of the Windlord, and then of course the Crown of the Successor. Once you farm your nature res gear, make sure that you go start farming some frost weapons, as it's going to be very crucial to defeating Viscidus. For those unfamiliar, you need to cast a certain amount of frost attacks to freeze Viscidus. Once you freeze Viscidus, you can then shatter them, splitting them into a bunch of different globs, and each of those will count towards the boss's health pool. For my caster DPS that can use a wand, make sure you pick up a frost damaging wand. The faster the speed, the better. You really don't care about the damage on it. For all my melee DPS as well as my hunters, go into Razorfin Downs and farm 2 Cold Rage Daggers off of the last boss, the Coldbringer. Once you have 2 Cold Rage Daggers, make sure you enchant both of them with Icy Chill, as the proc from this will give you an additional chance to freeze Viscidus, as well as applying a Frost Oil to the weapons for an additional chance to freeze Viscidus. And of course, if you have something like a rank 1 Frostbolt or a Mind Spike, maybe casting a rank 1 Frostbolt or a Mind Spike will be a little bit faster than using a wand. Just keep that in mind going into this encounter. And then a little min-max tip for anyone trying to go the extra mile on Viscidus: picking up the Bear of Peasant Collar can drastically speed up that shatter phase. When using the Bear of Peasant Collar, it spawns 3 additional mobs that will auto attack for you, and the more players using this, the more dramatic of an effect that it will have on speeding up that shatter. And my last and final tip kind of goes against everything I talked about, but maybe take a step back and take a break from playing the game. The raid AQ40 is not going to be released all the way until December. You're going to have a ton of time to prepare, and everything in this video you can do right now, or you could do up until a week until the gates are about to open. This is notably one of the phases where a lot of people quit the game, take that very lightly going into this raid. It's one of the least favorite raids out of the bunch, so keep that in mind as well. All I'm really trying to say is try to enjoy the phase as much as you can because it is a limited time thing. The AQ event is some of the most fun that you will have throughout the entire lifespan of Classic WoW. And like I said, it's only a limited time thing, so once it's gone, and you can't exactly relive that experience again. So enjoy it while it's here, as it's not going to be here forever. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so hopefully I see you guys out there farming some bugs. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Comment down below what you'd like to see next, and as always, I will see you in the next one.